welcome back to next day 1230 of the Diary of a Runpreneur. And today's episode, I want to talk to you about setting up launching your cafe. So remember to give this a subscribe, share, like and comment so people get in front of who want to be raised on my fundraising mission to save the lives of children by attempting the ultimate ultra marathon. All information about the challenge and how you can get involved in the big box below. Thank you as always. Let's get started. So, consecutive day 1230 of the Diary of a Runpreneur. And topic today is a brief overview of setting up and launching a new cafe business. And obviously the topic is pretty obvious. Back in kind of the back end of August last year, I saw the opportunity to take the lease on a premises that used to be operated as a cafe. And although the cafe had probably three previous owners, but for whatever reason it didn't continue, I always saw something in this unit. And I don't know what, but it was my kind of confidence that it could be something special. And I'm not saying the previous owners didn't make it special. I think they had a slightly different angle. And for whatever reason, maybe lifestyle circumstances, etc., it didn't work for them. But yeah, I'm excited because I saw an opportunity that many would have potentially run away from. I knew of somebody who excels in this sector of the industry: hospitality, cafe, restaurant, food, and put two and two together, match the opportunity with an expert in that field, and lo and behold, the cafe opportunity kind of had legs. And there was obviously several steps in the process of setting up and launching a new cafe. I mean, put it in perspective, we're approaching the middle of October and we don't launch it for another couple of weeks. 1st of November is our official opening day. And I'll be touching on this in more detail over the coming weeks as I reflect on this whole process. But where we are today, what have I learned from this experience? So, first thing I've learned is that opportunities are everywhere, but there are few people prepared to act upon them. So, taking action is a really, really important one. And secondly, always look at the downside. So when I assess this opportunity, I use the model for assessing new business opportunities, which is an acronym for SENSE in the US, created by a US entrepreneur, MJ DeMarco. And the SENSE is an acronym for assess, control, assess barriers to entry or entry, assess the need or the kind of scale of the necessity for what you're offering. T is for time, how much time it's going to take to move, and S is for scale. Has it got scale opportunity or not? And although it was weaker in some areas than none, I managed to kind of piece together the loose criteria of what I saw the business looking like. It gave me enough confidence that this business model meets enough of the criteria in each of those areas. I've talked about this in another episode. Obviously, if you're trying to find out what the acronym means, look at it in a different episode. So I assessed it and felt that there was sufficient opportunity to make this a viable business based on the criteria that I look at for the opportunities. I talked about the downside. So what's the worst case? And I looked at the downside, looked at the financial requirements, and it was relatively low. Well, it was a sizable cost, but split between two partners. The financial risk, was low enough for me to be confident to move on this. At the, you have to then have a little balancing act. The strength of the opportunity based on the sense model versus the financial outlay or upfront risk. And if you can make that work, then you move. And I believe the metrics are supporting my decision. But then the third thing was finding you're moving into opportunities where you don't have enough experience. In that sector, you need to find the expertise and partner with the expertise. And a business partner who I'll be doing a vlog with in the next week or so to talk about his experience with this, excels in this arena. Had successful cafes, he had to relocate back to this area, and he was looking for ways and means to kind of build a business as opposed to being a professional chef, which is what his background is. And so he can fill all the gaps that I have voids within, and I can fill all the business, the systems operating, financial, all that type of stuff, where he may have a gap in the skill set. So you can partner with somebody who brings the expertise to the table you need to make the venture viable. Absolutely, that's a sensible play. And that's a big one when you get involved with partners. But I just think that the best entrepreneurs in the world are the ones that surround themselves with the best people. So partners included, you need to surround yourself with the best people. And I believe I've done that with this opportunity. So it ticks all those boxes. And don't underestimate the setup and launch process. Now, I talked about the T in the sense all about time. From my perspective, this venture is all about upfront time, so I know that the whole business needs to be set up. Once it's set up and performing, then the systems and processes are there. So I knew that my involvement would be significant upfront, but then it's got the potential to create a systemised business, which is then therefore scalable. So yeah, that was very, very crucial. But I'm going to leave it there for today, because there's lots more to talk about this, and I will cover it in more detail. But a brief overview might make it so far. So my learning from the diary, when you're starting a new cafe venture, the steps you follow: first and foremost, opportunities are everywhere. People prepared to act on them, a few far between. So if you see something and it works for you, be prepared to act. Point one. Point two is assess the opportunity with some form of process. I use the sense model for assessing new opportunities, and then balance the strength of the opportunity against the upfront risk. Predominantly financial, time, reputation, all these things you can take into consideration. And if it works and you're comfortable, then you can move forward. If you don't have the expertise in the sector, find somebody who you can work with who does. So source expertise is super, super important. And the fourth and final one is don't underestimate the upfront time and effort to get a new business off the ground. So hopefully that's useful. Anybody who's got any questions or comments, drop me a line. I'll respond to everyone. I'll be covering more on this topic over the coming days and weeks. So thank you as always for your support. Remember to give this a subscribe, share, like, comment, and more people get in front of. You've already raised on my fundraising mission. Save the lives of children by attempting the ultimate ultramarathon. All the information about the challenge, make you involved, is in the link in the comments below. Thank you as always. Stay positive, stay happy, and see you again.